Hello the internet, and welcome again to Transformers Time with Zachimus Prime, and I'm your host, Zachimus Prime. Today we're doing another third-party Transformers review. This is once again brought to you by titanonetoys. If you haven't visited them, if you haven't visited them yet, I don't even know what you're waiting for, man. If you need a sign, this is the sign right here. This right here. Stick it on a little post. It'll be a sign. Today we are reviewing this guy. This is the Mastermind Creations makes this. High Fidelity RMX-01 Jaguar. Jaguar. Alright, that's what we're gonna go with. Jaguar. He is not Ravage. In fact, he's just a tape, you know. But yeah, he's got himself a little bio there. Whispered with fear in the ranks of his enemies. Comes in a cool little thing. Like, so a lot of you kids watching this video may not understand this, but back in my day, we had these things called cassette tapes. They came in little clear plastic boxes like this. And you'd open it up and you'd stick it in a cassette player and it would play music. And I think it's fun that it came with this little cassette box. I think that's really fun. But yeah, here he is in his alt mode. He's a little cassette. He's the size of your regular cassette that you'd put in a cassette player. Let me see, hold on a second. No. There we go. That's the Masterpiece Ravage. So there's a little size comparison. And I mean, they're all the same size, so why not? So he's a lot bigger. These are actually the size of actual microcassettes, and this is the size of an actual regular cassette. So that's kind of fun. He doesn't not do anything in this mode. He just looks like a cassette, and since he doesn't have any like detailing on him, he doesn't even look much like a cassette. The only like really cassette detailing is this little feature here is accurate, and these little spindles in here are accurate. Oh man, I can remember clearly, you know, pulling your cassette out of the player and it's jacked up and like all the like magnetic tape is out and you're like, oh no, and you like grab a pencil and stick it in there and turn it to rewind it and roll it back up. Oh man, sometimes that didn't always work. I will forever miss my Christmas kitties. Anyhow, to get this transformed up, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go like so, and then we're going to go like so. And now he's a flying cat. Fan mode. Alright, let's take this. One thing that's important to keep in mind is that in this feature right here, there's little tabs. Let's see if I can zoom in real close. Oh my gosh. Nope, you're zooming on titanonetoys, which is great, but not what I want. There we go. There's these little tabs. These tiny little tabs. And they go into these tiny little slots. And they go in like this. You do not pull them. You do not push them. You have to slide them out like this. Otherwise you are going to jack up the tabs on here. And you will be very sad, because they actually are pretty important to like keep everything all together. Anyhow, focus again, grasshopper. Put that down, put these down. It does this like weird, hella weird contortionist thing where you kind of yank everything out and then kind of like start to fold everything in. And you gotta like twist and twist and fold ever so carefully. This is actually one of the weirdest parts of this. His transformation is really weird, and it takes a little bit of getting used to, because then you got to twist these suckers around, these neck pieces. You got to twist them around like 180 degrees so that the flat parts, come on, twist, twist, twist. Don't make a liar of me. Twist. Yeah. Oh, I almost got it. There we go. Oh, I twisted them too far. I've been playing with the sucker like all week, and still, I've been playing with him mostly in kitty cat mode. So there. So now his neck's got a good profile here. Good profile here. All right, so we're gonna take these front legs and we're gonna put them, these are clipped onto, there's this gray rod that comes through here. And we're going to push them up. Up. They will kind of want to pop off like that, but just chunk them back on. Show them who's boss. There's a tab that keeps this part onto that. Just kind of yank on that. Take that off. Take that off. Now we're going to do his back legs. For his back legs, first we're going to start by folding these little panels out, and they will form his rackets. And then we're going to take and twist these upwards and then turn them. This is an important step, because what that does is that makes it so that now there's ball joints on the bottom, so we can put his legs down. Unfold these. Of note, these do not straighten all the way. They straighten most of the way, but not all the way. Kind of wish they'd straighten all the way, but wait a second, maybe I'm doing something wrong. No, I'm not. Here I thought I was wrong, but then I was wrong about being wrong, so who knew? And there is Ravage in his Killer Death Kitty mode. And he totally legit looks like a Killer Death Kitty. Well, let me real quick. While I'm here, let me get this transformed up. Pull his nose out. Normally I would just edit this piece out, but it's a fast enough transformation that I think we can get away with it. If I can do it right, holy crap. Maybe I'll just edit this out anyhow and not embarrass myself. I'm sorry, guys. My Masterpiece Ravage has got a gimpy leg. It's sad. But hey, pins, what can I say? Yeah. Alright, there's the Masterpiece Ravage. Oh, while we're at it, let's do the Classics Ravage. Why not? You know, you can never really have too many Ravages in your collection. Because Ravage is legitimately the best. Like there's no tape that is cooler than Ravage. I don't know. I think people could maybe make an argument for Laserbeak, but nah, it's got to be Ravage. Even though this Ravage looks kind of weird on this face. Oh, well, we're at it. Okay, you talked me into it. All right, done. More or less. So yeah, here's some Ravages, They look very ravaging. That was okay. But this guy is definitely really good. He's got a lot of like really good, like, this guy, he's really kind of skinny. And he looks like he came out of a tape. He looks like he turns into a tape. This guy doesn't even try to hide it. Like the other side is all printed with tape art still. This one does a little bit, I don't know about that. But this guy, like, he does not look like a tape. Not only do they cover up the holes, which is kind of clever, but just he's got the right, like, you know, body language to him and just proportions, and he's got ball joints in all of his legs. He's super cool. So let's go over posability for a second. As I said, he's got ball joints in his legs. He's got a joint here, and this joint is actually really firm because this is a die cast piece here. All four of his legs, this part where it's silver, in fact even this part where it's silver, that's all die cast. And so he's got a fair amount of heft even for being a little guy. So that'll move, that will technically move, but that's not supposed to. Transformation joint, that'll move. He's got a little bit of this mid-torso motion here so that you can get the like leonine, you know, expression to him. The ball joints for his legs, like, they'll go out super far. It's really nice. Double jointed knee, elbow, something, I don't know. Just swivel. Just really great. The neck though, so the neck, you've got a ball joint in each of these spots here, and that will move it up and down a little bit. And then in this segment here, you have a little piston that extends out a little bit, and that allows you to extend one but not the other, and turn his head from side to side. In addition to that, you've got a little bit of a ball joint right here in his neck. And then he's got, like, his mouth opens and it's like all like brightly red painted inside. Also he's got like, this red here inside his mouth, but he has a completely different red for his eye. His eye is printed in like a metallic red. But gosh, he just looks really good. He feels really good. He transforms pretty good. Parts of his transformation are a little hit and miss, but like, I mean, I really consider this to be a masterpiece Ravage, like even more so. Like, I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. He's fun, but you know, he just, if you were to imagine Soundwave being the size of a person, like, this would be like the size of a puppy, you know. And you compare this with, like, if I had my masterpiece Spike out here, I could show him from my MP10. I could show him and be like, yeah, this guy's effing huge. Oh, focus, guys. This guy's effing huge, you know, compared to a person who stands like this tall. But if you're looking at it like this scale, it just doesn't feel right. This scale feels really good, you know. And in this size, he's more like a Jaguar size, you know. I mean, he's, you know, bigger than a house cat compared to a Transformer. And I think that distinction, like, plays out really, really well. And I'm super, super impressed with this figure. I don't even know what else to say about this. You know, I think that you should go out and get it. Ocular Max has been doing good stuff. I mean, Mastermind Creations has been doing good stuff. I've always liked Mastermind Creations stuff, even though I only have one thing of theirs, but I like it. But yeah, Ocular Max has been hitting it out of the park, and I may have to get, like, all of these tape guys, because the tape guys freaking, this is my jam. you know? I dig the tapes. But anyhow, this is Zachamus Prime. And thanks everyone for tuning in. Leave a comment if you want me to review this guy, by the way. Leave a like, subscribe if you want. I think that's great. Everybody, any little bit I can get to help my channel really helps out. And you know, it's nice to get noticed. That's really what it's all about. Anyhow, everybody, be good to each other. Have a great day.